Alright, welcome to another edition of Ronnie's Pepper and Sauce Review. I do hope you enjoy this video today. I've been trying to figure out how to increase production quality. So done quite a few different things this time. You'll notice it already almost immediately. But as you saw in the description and the title and the thumbnail, we are going to be talking about the Gator Jigsaw today. A very unique pepper, one that actually had a lot more to it than I originally anticipated. I thought it was just some random cross that a pepper enthusiast had concocted, breeding this one with that one, and you know how things are these days with I don't know what it's called, but maybe like the race to the top of Heat Mountain, or however you want to say it. Everyone's just really all about that spice these days. Or as our brother Nick would say, they're chasing capsaicin, which I think is just extremely clever. I love it. Chasing capsaicin. But anyway, the reason I say this one's different is because no one really knows where it came from. Okay, and we'll get into that. But before we get started, I want to shout out to the PLC, Pepper Lovers Community, of which I'm a proud member. I'm thankful to be a part of it. I'm not sure if this is 100% accurate. I'm going to say it anyway. I think once you've eaten a Kangstar Lemon Starburst, you are officially inducted, baptized into the community, if you will. I don't know if that's true or not. It might not be, but I said it. So PLC, Pepper Lovers Community, I'm going to leave links in the description below to the Facebook page, to the Discord server, to the Reddit, and whatever other links happen to be available. Become a member. There are no member dues. You don't have to pay any membership fees. It is a community of like-minded pepper lovers. Most oftentimes, but not exclusively, growers of peppers. Often sauciers. People who just enjoy eating pods, perhaps. It's a mixed bag. There's plenty of people that are active, plenty that are lurkers. Like any healthy community, it takes all kinds. So I want to encourage you, if you like peppers, for whatever reason, join the community and hang around. You will be well received, and you will learn a lot. I guarantee that. You don't even have to try. You will just begin learning things. So without further ado, let's get to the proper matter at hand, which is this gorgeous monstrosity, the Gator Jigsaw. The Gator Jigsaw. Now this particular picture, I'm going to give credit. This was posted on the Pepper Lovers Community Facebook page by Matthew Hawkins. He is the one who grew, in fact, this particular pod that I'm going to eat today. And I believe these are his own pictures that he posted of his pods. Man, that lighting on that shot just really, it really does justice to this pepper. It's just a gorgeous shot. So, I mentioned in the beginning that there's a lot that is not known about this pepper. I would imagine many other people just assume it's just some cross that someone did and stabilized to a certain extent, and people just passing around the seeds and just spreading the love. But apparently, the history is much more interesting than that, in that it is veiled in mystery. We don't know who developed this pepper. And I'm going to be honest with you, I was a little bit annoyed as I began doing research, because it was just not known, really. Not really known exactly who developed it. So I'm going to go ahead and show this picture here. Pulled from a random website. I don't even want to give credit. I mean, just Google it. Can anyone tell me about this variety? Speaking of the Gator Jigsaw, I tried to look it up but couldn't find anything. What cross made this variety, and is it super hot or hot? Alright, and then someone responds. Solongo responds saying, if you go to YouTube and search the pepper, you will come up with some reviews. Have a pen and paper handy. Write down what each review says and then compare. You will then want to pull your hair out as much as I want to pull my hair out. So far, the only name I've heard repeated has been Larry Hill. Even that was just one repeat, so I tried searching Larry Hill and nothing. Nothing. Okay. So I hope that helps, right? Alright. Here we are back again. So, some names that I came up with here on my search. Larry Hill, James Hill, Jamie Hill. He was either from Florida or Italy. Either from Florida or Italy, you know, because they're kind of shaped the same, I guess. They're kind of, you know, close together geographically. I don't know. I just don't get it, but whatever. Doesn't matter. So what can we conclude from this? We don't know everything about every pepper because seeds don't come with a passport, right? Seeds don't come with a passport. We don't know where some peppers came from because they're often carried and cultivated by people who are not members of a larger community, who maybe eventually share a pod with someone, who shares a pod with someone, and that someone then plants the seeds and they grow it and they say, well, golly gee, what is this interesting pepper? I'm fine with this mystery. Why? Same reason we all should be fine with mystery, because we benefit from it, right? Alright, so I cut this pepper open, and I gotta tell you, it had a very, very interesting fragrance to it. And I'll say this at the beginning, I'm going to go into a lot more detail about it once I actually eat it. But you know how the ghost pepper, the vapor of it, it kind of fills you, and you can kind of sense that bitterness at the top, right? Kind of like traveling up your nasal cavity. You can just kind of get that bitterness in the back. It's earthy, it's bitter, it hits you, and it just activates something. This pepper doesn't really have that bitter florality to it, right? It doesn't have that. It was actually a little bit sweet. And in saying that, what I'm saying is I was just really, really surprised, because looking at the thing, I mean, look at it. It looks like it's gonna just stab your nose, man. It looks like it's gonna really do some damage just by beholding it. But it was very different. So who knows? Alright, so I'm gonna cut to this next scene here. And just watch as I prepare this pepper. It's a little bit of a hint of future videos there for you. I wanted to get a long shot of this pepper because I want to talk about its physical characteristics. while we're looking at this. It's a triple lobed pepper, as you can see. It tapers up from the middle to form a dome at the top. There's extreme tuckage underneath the lobes. Extreme tuckage there. There's extreme taper to a point. I would imagine that some phenotypes will even form a tail. You could see how such a thing could happen. The color, mustard, pickle. It literally, in this angle, looks like a pickle, right? The flesh of a pickle. Even the texture of the skin, it looks pickle-like. One person in the community this morning called it chartreuse, which is a very apt description of it. Always wear gloves, guys. Beautiful pictures of it after cutting, which means we're getting close. Getting close. This could be the hottest pot I've eaten in the past couple of years. Let's do this thing. Let's do it. Alright, so I've got the pod here. Angle it upward. My green screen might cancel out a lot of the colors here once I actually take it out the bag. We'll see if we can get a good close-up shot of it here. There we go. There he is. He's been waiting on us. Alright. A lot of similarity in the smell between this and like a ghost scorpion hybrid, really. It smells a lot like the Jay's Peach Ghost Scorpions I was messing with at the beginning of the summer. So what I'm going to do, I'm going to talk about three things here. I'm adding a third one. I'm going to talk about the vapor profile. I'm going to talk about the heat profile. Then I'm going to talk about the flavor profile as well. Alright, vapor, heat, and flavor. The three components of the experience. I've already talked about the physical profile and the color profile. Now we're going to talk about the experiential aspect of it. So without further ado, I'm going to eat this hot shot and see what happens to my body. And in fact, I'm a teacher. One of my students told me that I need to eat more than just a little bit of pepper. So I'm not going to be bullied, but I'm also not going to not eat this thing. So here we go. This is for you. You know who you are, student. I got the burps. Give me a second. It's a little bit of a creeper. Really is a creeper. All right. One more. I gotta be honest with you. I was really hoping to experience what Brad Bishop related on his YouTube channel. I'll leave a link to his video also. Like I said at the beginning, I got a sweetness on the vapor before I ate it. But almost nothing after eating it. So let me get things straight. The smell before eating it is really pleasant, but there's no kind of after aspiration in the any kind of nasal sensation. Once it's in your mouth, chewing it doesn't release anything upward. The taste seems to stay all in the mouth. It's very pleasant tasting. But yeah, there's no florality to it. Flavor, similar to a habanero is how I would describe it. But it is meaty. It is substantial. A lot of tongue heat. My gums are burning. I feel it a little bit in my chest, not much. You watch Brad Bishop's review. The pod he got, he said he gave him whiskey chest. I've not gotten that from this. Whiskey chest, if you're not familiar with the term, is a burning sensation right here. Because we have capsaicin receptors in our mouth, in our throat, and even in our stomach. After that, it just depends on who you are. Some people feel it on the way down and on the way out. Some people don't. So just, I guess people have different levels of sensitivity to those receptors throughout their digestive system. I love the flavor of it. I love how it looks. It's a gorgeous pepper. The heat's pretty much gone now. I'm not even paying attention to it at this point. So, you know, is it a super hot pepper? I don't think it's a super hot. I think it's right there next to its cousin, the habanero, which some people suspect it's related to, perhaps based on the flavor. I mean, overall, I'll say that it's a pepper that I would actually really want to eat again. I'd really want to grow this pepper. And thankfully, I've got one more pod, so I'm going to save the seeds from that pod. Once again, shout out to Matthew Hawkins, who lives in the same state as I do. Fellow brother on the channel, on the Facebook group, I mean. So we're going to conclude the review with this. I think that this pepper is a winner. I think this pepper deserves a lot of attention. It deserves the love that it gets. Perhaps it deserves even more love. But if you're interested in this pepper, I'd encourage you to talk to Matthew Hawkins or any other person that sells pods. If you want to get seeds, I don't know exactly where you could do that. But someone, please feel free to comment if you know of a good seed person for this particular pepper. As it is, I'll have enough just for myself out of that next pod. So that said, we're going to wrap up this video. I do want to once again encourage you to like, comment, and subscribe. It makes a difference. If you like the way that my video production quality is going, then your kind comments are always welcome. But don't think that I just need to hear something nice. If you've got a critique, I'm a big boy. I can handle it. So just let me know what you think. Good, bad, ugly, or otherwise. God bless, and we'll see you next time on the next video.